What's up guys, welcome to Man About Cake. I'm your host Joshua John Russell, and this week we're doing a cake that you guys request all the time, the cherry blossom cake. I'm gonna build a 3-tiered vanilla cake filled with cherry buttercream, and we're gonna finish it with some hand painting, hand piping, and some 3D cherry blossoms. Let's do it! I'm gonna start by breaking down 5 8-inch square vanilla cakes. I want this cake to be really, really tall.
Hey Joshua!
Yes.
Guess what just showed up in the mail?
Did it come?
It's it!
Shut up! It's the cake slayer apron. I designed this thing. It even has a little doodad here so you can like pull it up, and it's got pockets I can put all kinds of things in. I should probably not put that in there like that, right? Isn't this so cool, guys? Have you seen this yet?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm seeing it right now.
If you guys want one of these, all the information is in the description box below. I think you should buy one and bake with me. Okay, let's break this down. I can't get it dirty though. That's what the apron's for. I never get my shirts dirty though.
You're pretty good.
Is the apron still good? Is there getting anything on it?
Yeah, you're doing good, man.
Okay. I feel comfortable. I feel like I'm better looking. I feel like I'm probably gonna make better cakes now. All right, I'm gonna clean up my crumbs and then we're gonna fill this with cherry buttercream. Look at my apron. All right, now we're gonna make some cherry buttercream. I have a little bit of buttercream that I melted down so we can dissolve the cherry powder. I'm gonna grab it from my pantry here. Delicious. Stuff is so good. But you wanna take out this little silica gel package.
Ooh, I always eat those.
It says do not eat on it, directly says do not eat. So there's a recipe for this you can find in the description box below. I'm just gonna eye it. Where's my spatula? Oh, that's right, in my handy pocket. I'm so excited about this apron, I can't tell you. We're gonna add a little bit more actually. I want it to be intense. It's a cherry blossom cake. It should punch you in the face with cherries. I don't think cherries would do that. Okay, so now we're gonna add it to our bowl of buttercream? Our bowl of buttercream. I'm so excited about the apron, I can't talk today. This is gonna be cherry goodness right here.
Dang, that looks good just as is.
Right? And I just realized that this cake layer is so huge, I gotta cut it down. I got so wrapped up in the apron, I can't even do my job, James.
Sorry.
You could have told me about this before we went on camera.
I should have waited.
Last layer on, and then me and the apron are gonna take a trip to the cooler, and then we'll come back. I'm actually gonna carve this out a little bit to soften the edges, and then we'll do a crumb coat and a final coat. Can you still see the apron?
Oh yeah.
Go over. You still see it, right?
Yep.
Available in the description box. All right, I'm gonna trim the cape and I'm gonna take all the hard edges off and kind of make it a little bit more soft. All right, let's give it a crumb coat to hold it together. I'm gonna get this in the cooler to firm up completely, and then I'll go back through and smooth the whole thing out. We're gonna make some 3D branches. Most of this cake is going to be piped and painted, but I wanna make some 3D branches that are gonna kind of stick out of the cake. And I'm gonna use a little piece of chocolate fondant here. We've got a little bit of Horatio shortening, as Brandon calls it, high ratio shortening, just to keep it on my hands. And then we're just gonna roll carroty things. These are snaky things. Branchy things.
Branchy thing.
Branchy things. So I'm just rolling and kind of pulling gently outward. Don't be aggressive, because if you're aggressive, it will rip. Usually when I roll something out, I'll take my smoother to get it really, really smooth, but this is a tree, we don't want to do that. So I'm gonna actually make it a little bit bumpy by adding some indentions with my fingers. And then we'll cut in a couple of little branches that come off, little bitty guys. And we'll sort of pinch this guy. So then I want it to kind of have some life. So our 3D cherry blossoms we'll also be putting on here. So we'll have some on the cake, and then some will kind of be growing out of the cake. It's gonna look really, really cool. So I'm gonna make a bunch more of these, and then we'll move on to our cherry blossoms. I'm gonna paint these at the end, so I'm gonna start with a very, very pale pink color. I'm gonna roll this out with a tiny bit of Horatio shortening. High ratio shortening. I have to amuse Brandon. He gets bored easy, he falls asleep up there. All right, I'm gonna roll it pretty thin. And then we're gonna thin them out, even thinner. So that's a pretty thin paste there. And I got a few different cutters. The blossoms have 5 petals, so we're gonna cut 1 of each. Uno, dos, tres. And then we're gonna aggressively thin them. Because I want this to be very painterly, they're not gonna be like actual cherry blossoms. They're gonna be like, you know, have some JGR stank on them. Just pull the petals out. You're kind of cupping them at the same time. Give them a little bit of life. Then I'll take the larger side of the ball tool and really thin them out.
Hey Joshua, I got a question from one of the viewers that sort of makes sense here. Can I ask you?
Yeah, please.
Okay, Lindy Dury, I'm probably butchering that name.
Hi, Lindy.
Asked, what do you do with the leftover fondant? And said, I really enjoy your videos. I watch them with my 7-year-old grandson. Benjamin loves them.
Hi, Benjamin. Yeah, leftover fondant you keep. Most fondants have about a 2-year shelf life. So just wrap it up really tight, put it back in the bucket, bring it out for another project. Then we're gonna put it in my bed.
You have no bed left at home.
I don't know, I sleep standing up.
Like Dracula.
And I don't want them to be like perfectly round because I want it to kind of look wild. So some of them I'll even kind of flip on their side like this. So we have like some that are in like a profile. And I've got 3 different sizes here. So the large ones are gonna go along the bottom, then we'll go to medium and then to small. And then we'll pop this guy in. You know what I just realized? I don't have the apron on.
Whoa!
I feel so much better now. I was getting very anxious about these tiny little flowers.
One time, my science teacher, she hated me so much, and I was so disruptive that she made me go outside and catch butterflies. And I did it with a net.
That's the best story I've ever heard in my entire life. I'm Brandon, I'm catching butterflies. All right, now I'm gonna make a whole bunch of these and then we'll cover our cake in fondant. I'm gonna roll this to 1/8 of an inch thickness.
Quinn Gray
Hi, Quinn.
asked, does anyone actually eat fondant? I've asked dozens of people and none of them actually eat it. They usually peel it off and leave it aside.
Well, to let you guys know, this fondant that I'm using is Fonderific, and it is very, very good because it's made with chocolate. But just make sure you buy a really good fondant, or if you want to make it yourself, marshmallow fondant is really, really good. These are really, really easy to cover. Ones like this, because they have smooth edges. All right, now I'm gonna cover 2 more tiers and we'll stack them up. A little royal icing. So we're gonna paint our cherry blossom branch using some powdered colors. I have 2 different colors of brown and 2 different blacks and confectioner's glaze. And then I also have a bag of brown royal icing because once I paint on this, I'm gonna go back and pipe to get a little bit more dimension. Now that I've framed out all of my painting, I'm gonna go back and pipe in some detail. So now we're gonna finish the cake by adding all of our 3D branches and our beautiful blossoms. And then we'll put it all together. With white roller icing, I'm gonna pipe some beautiful little pearls onto my branches. Now that my flowers are all glued in place, I'm gonna airbrush and do some painting. Our cherry blossom cake is complete, and I think she turned out super beautiful. Don't forget, guys, you can get your very own Cake Slayer apron. All the information is in the description box below. Next week, I'm super excited. We're doing a collaboration, and I just might have the greatest friend on my show.
I just don't get what you're hinting at, Joshua.
I just need to eat this cake. Hey, there's even a place for my fork in the apron. Look at that. This is Joshua, our model. Right down there in the description box, everything is there for you. Sorry. Okay, I got it. It all sounds like the chicken dance to me. Everyone's gonna be like, I just need,